happened was that a creative process went on and shaped that new office for the relevant season. Its parameters, its perimeters, its principles, its foundations, its authority, its sphere of influence, its realm of coverage were all spelled out in that office. And you see, the office of the king was shaped out of heaven via broadcasting the prophetic anointing. That's why God told Samuel, go and take a horn of oil and go and anoint Saul to be king. And when Saul failed, listen, Saul failed. Samuel didn't do political campaign against him. He did not go around scandalizing, he didn't do anything. He just was told by God, go and ordain another man into this office. And that's when you begin to see that the power of the office is self-propelling. It is self-determining. It is self-actualizing. When God gives you a throne, it's going to establish, it is going to speak for itself. It is going to emerge. It is going to be self-fulfilling. God is in the process of shaping thrones for people to sit on.
Yes.
Those thrones have spheres of influence. They have areas of coverage. They have realms of authority. These thrones cover territories. They cover dimensions. They cover people groups. They cover particular kinds of people. Officers and government officials are covered by certain thrones. You see? And that's why you need to like look at yourself again. It is we who put offices in an ecclesiastical religious environment. God never put his offices into religious environments. He put his offices into kingdom environments. Jesus told the apostles, when he called the apostles, he didn't say they will sit over grand denominations. He said, in the kingdom of the Son of Man, at the end of days, you will be sitting on 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. Yeah, the offices I'm describing are real and they are scriptural. Yes, you will be sitting on 12 thrones. There are thrones in the spirit manifested for that season as access to the mysteries of God. It manifested as custody of the speakings, the mysteries, and of the gospel for that season. It manifested as access to the supernatural. It manifested as the authority to lay a new foundation in Israel. When Peter was told that he would be the apostle to the circumcised, you could see the sphere of influence, the territory that was covered by his spiritual throne. Because in his ordination, Jesus said, blessed art thou, Simon, son of Jonah, Bar Jonah, because flesh and blood has not revealed, but my Father which is in heaven. And I say unto you, you are no longer Simon but Peter, and upon this rock I will build, and the gates of hell will not prevail, and I will give you the keys. So when you have, we interpret prophetic releases in church, into church language. Anybody who has been part of a kingdom, whether it's Benin Empire or your empire, Sokoto Emirate, British Empire, if they say they are giving you the keys of a kingdom, you know it is not ecclesiastical. You know they are talking about a throne.
Yes, sir.
You know they are talking about a high-ranking position in a kingdom. You know it's not about wearing cap and agbada to preach on Sunday morning. You know it's about custody and rulership of particular realms in that particular kingdom. But right now, all our interpretation of spiritual offices and authorities within church services on Sunday, Wednesday, and probably Friday. But that's not what was meant. In that church that he was talking about, it was a church of keys, of territories, of gates, and of rocks, foundations. Do you realize? Whatever you shall bind on the earth, that's territory. The whole of the earth is the sum total of all territory.
Yes, sir.
Portions of the earth are portions of territory. So that was his sphere of government that they were talking about. Then Jesus gave a parable. He gave some people 5 talents. He gave some people 3. When they were the ones who were faithful, he said, "Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord." And then gave him rulership over what? 10 cities. In your church office, how many cities are you ruling over?
Oh,
Can that kind of office manifest? Do you realize sitting over 10 cities is a high throne?
Yes, sir.
In the spirit. Thy throne, O God, is forever. The scepter of thy kingdom is a right scepter. Thou hast loved righteousness and hast hated wickedness. Therefore God thy God has anointed thee with the oil of gladness. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. Has anointed thee with the oil of gladness above thy fellows. That means there are fellows that have thrones too. And scepters. When you say scepter, you are talking throne. When you say crown, you are saying the same thing. The same kingship. So when he says, enter down to the Lord has anointed with the oil of gladness above them. Those 10 cities that the faithful servant was given to rule over, do you think they were vacant of rulership before? Don't you know somebody was ruling, or a group of people were ruling those 10 cities? So when he said, enter thou into the joy of the Lord, some people were displaced.
oh.